Camo, welcome in to our first ever live show. We are the Tustateers. We are out of Greenbrier. We're live from Hogs and Heifers for everybody online. That is a local bar in Clinton, Arkansas. Shout out to Clinton. Y'all got it going on. We've been trying to get something like this going on in Greenbrier for a while, and no one's having it up there. So thank y'all for accepting us. We come here almost every weekend. We listen to the band. We like the vibe. We like what's going on here. So if you've never heard of us out there, again, we are the Tustateers Hogcast. We usually have a third. His name is Buck. Unfortunately, Buck could not be here tonight, but he's here with us in spirit and gave us the speaker for y'all to hear. But I'll also start out by saying this is our very first live event. So if we mess up, sorry, but we're gonna mess up.
We're a little unpolished.
But we do this every week. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, even on TikTok. Matter of fact, one of our biggest TikTok videos went viral here a couple weeks ago. I called the Hogs with Jack Fancy Band, and that went pretty viral. So
got some good food and some drinks flowing. So it looks like everybody's having a good time here at H&H.
Oh yeah, well, we got an hour and a half long show. We appreciate the H&H crew letting us come out do a live show. So we're excited. We're excited to get going. We're going to start out with our very own special guest tonight, Coach Judson Smith from the Clinton High School basketball boys.
Very nice of him to come.
Yeah, we appreciate him coming on, and then
get some Yellow Jacket love.
That's right.
Here in Clinton, Arkansas,
and then we might even have another pop-in guest or two. We might pull someone out from the crowd out there.
Put them on the spot.
Put them on the spot. Nothing wrong with that. Camo, I hear a little feedback up there. Is it? Turn it up. All right, we're being told to turn it up. So if you're online streaming with us, give us just a second while we work some kinks out here at the live event. Appreciate everyone that's joined in thus far on YouTube and on Facebook. So a little bit different if you're just now joining online. We're live at Hogs and Heifers in Clinton, Arkansas. And then, Judson, Coach Smith, we're ready for you. There's Coach.
Say, Coach.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, we appreciate you coming on and taking time out of your day to join us. And like we mentioned, we're unpolished and not professional. So
no. It's good. I'm excited to be on. It should be a good time.
Yeah. Well,
this place is great for it, man.
Are you a regular here? You come here often?
I do like this place. I don't get to get out and eat much during basketball season, but now the season's over, we try and go to the places in town. And this is my wife's favorite here, and she likes Mexican food. So
you got to make the wife happy.
Yeah, no question.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing on the menu that you've had?
I need the menu in front of me. It's the burger with the onion ring and the jam good burger. What they call it. The jam good burger is my go-to. I love it. I get it every time.
I haven't had that, but I have had the hot heifer burger, and it's pretty spicy. It's got a good kick to it, and then I think I've had just about every appetizer that they offer.
We love the appetizer.
You just sit around eating apps. Any Office fans out there? Well, Coach, hey, tell us a little bit about your season. I know you had a really good regular season, finished second, right, in the 4A.
Yes, we play in a pretty tough conference, and we finished second. I think conference record was 10-2 with a loss to Joe T. Robinson, a loss to eventual state runner-up Morrilton.
And y'all beat Morrilton regular season.
Yes, sir. We
split with them?
We split with them. We beat them at home, and they beat us at their place. We played really, really good at home this year. I always told people, I like us at home. We're tough to beat in Yellow Jacket Arena, and that place gets rocking.
I played there in high school.
Yeah, it's a good atmosphere,
wild.
And we had some really, really talented kids.
It reminds me of Harding Have you ever been to a Harding College basketball game? It gets pretty wild.
I'm an Arkansas Tech grad, man.
Okay, you're a Wonder Boy.
Yes, Harding. It hurts when they're good sometimes. but going off of that, I got a kid that's going to Harding this year. Carter Holland. He was an exceptional player for me, and he's
was he y'all's go-to guy this year, Coach?
He's been the go-to guy for 2 years now. He averaged 21 points a night, which there's not many kids in the state that can do it.
Yeah.
Is he a guard or forward?
All of the above. He's a 6'5", 6'5" scorer.
Every basketball coach needs one of those.
But I can tell you this: he's got time.
Yeah, that's matter of fact. That's who I wrote down, Carter Holland, on the week of February 17th. And correct me if I'm wrong, but he was nominated for the Player of the Week, and that's the only week I found. Maybe more on that, but that was off of his. He compiled a double against who was it? Plasky Academy.
Yeah. Looking at the last 2 years.
And y'all beat PA twice, right?
Yeah, we beat PA both times. We played them, which is it's fun,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And Heifers your rival, right?
Heifers kind of a long time. Been here.
That's a prideful moment.
It's nice to win.
So, is it how's it received when you walk into what is the so when you walk into Panther Arena, assuming what they call it, is it you get booed, you get clapped? I guess I
don't have it too bad. I have too many foes over there, but there's people that don't know how to do.
When the lights come on, it's.
Yeah, when the lights come on, it don't matter. Now the kids, sometimes they'll get booed, and it just out of the fun high school rivalry spirit. But what I love about like the kids that I got, it just fires them up. They love that stuff. So
for the ones that are mad, just tell them Clinton offered me a check. Heber did not offer me a check.
Yeah. Is that going to happen? Is NIL, is that going to bleed into high school? I mean, I know now. Listen, when we were growing up in Greenbrier and Shiloh Christian was in Greenwood, especially Greenwood, we'd always say that they're paying their football players. They're a contender every year. It seems like in football. So I don't know.
I don't know about paying, but they sure recruited.
I'll tell you, it happens.
They were getting poached.
I think the legal NIL is coming sooner than later. Just with how much the big schools kind of dominate everything right now, and how much money is in Northwest Arkansas, your big Bryant area, Little Rock area. It's going to be hard to keep it out of the high school game. When there's so many people with so much money that are ready to do it.
And I mean, you mentioned Benton and Bryant, and then Northwest Arkansas. I think per population per state, Arkansas was one of the most moved to states in 2024. A lot of people are landing up there, so you got to think their athletes are coming.
And it is, man. You guys you're sports fans. It's a basketball state. It's a baseball state. We've got a ton of really good athletes, and like you said, it keeps growing. It's going to be.
So I was wondering, when I was looking up playing team, y'all in the 4A. So where did y'all make the move from? Did y'all work with?
Yeah, we're the smallest 4A school in the state. And that was one of the states at times because I think it was teachers. 2 or 3 students.
Oh my goodness. On the line.
State. So I always feel like, man,
yeah.
The 4A is such a jump. It's a
yeah.
gauntlet. It was like the SEC of high school. It was so tough. You just get out of the conference and top, 4 spot, make the playoffs. You're feeling you accomplished something.
Well, see, they
Sorry, we're having a little feedback with our
Trying to play with
everyone online. We've got a speaker, so the crowd. We're here to speak. So, like I said, a little unpolished, not very professional, but we're having fun. I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, it's more like a radio show, but it's cool. You know?
So, Coach, you were 10-2 in conference, 20-11 overall.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's a pretty
It's our 21 season.
third straight. And you've been here how long?
It's since 20.
You're earning that paycheck.
That's it.
This place supports it.
You feel like this town deserves it, the fans deserve it, the kids do. Chopping wood, it seems like halfway down with that tree, and hopefully it falls for you. I'm sure you would. I'm sure you would.
So you mentioned Carter, losing him. What's your roster look like next year? Who got your eye on? You know, obviously the whole team. I know that, but you know, every team's got a stud. Right?
Key. Sport. Sports guy, obviously high school. What do you preach the most to you? So much of what happens in sports transcends to life.
Yes.
and it transcends to consistency and effort. You know, just teaching you life lessons. So I think that's good.
And that's why we get into
good
it.
approach.
There's the selfish reason for getting into this stuff
Sure.
because I've been a sports guy, a competitor your whole life, and I have a competitive itch that you can't scratch by playing golf all the time. Like I want to get out here and compete. So I do have that selfish part of it, but as far as the main goal is to help you guys turn it in, and hopefully, I've only been doing it. I've been in it for 6 years now. Or this is my 6th year, 3 as a head coach. I'm hoping 5, 6, 7, 8 years from now, these guys come home, they got kids, and they're proud of what they've become, and what kind of men they've turned into.
Yeah, and then
that's the whole goal.
And it sounds like they'll be able to point at you and say, "Hey, that coach right there, he impacted my life."
I hope so.
He was the mentor.
I really do hope so.
That's the cherry on top of your career.
Yes. If you get those kids to come back and talk to you like that, be around you. Hopefully, build friendships at that point.
Yeah,
and that's a big thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm friends with a lot of my coaches. And,
Coach Harp, Coach Murray.
I've had a beer or two with some coaches from high school that left lifelong impacts on me. And I'm just like we all said, it's not just about the sport; it's about development as a person. And then, but I mean, what better way to develop than being in sports? I mean, I think I'm a better person for it. I was basketball, baseball, soccer, football, and you were the same, and we'd be changing in the car. Mom would be taking us. So we're brothers.
How Mom made it to all of our games.
I don't know, but we were changing from a baseball uniform to a football just
do it.
But just doing it,
from season to season.
That's right. It was fun, and it taught you to be a competitor and to develop as a athlete, but also as a man. And for the women as a woman.
You learn to work with people.
That's right.
Just about all of us work with people in some way. And you got teammates. You got to work with teammates. You might not always like your teammates. You might not always like your coworkers. There's just so many.
Did you play? Was you a 3-sport athlete?
I played football up until senior year. Basketball, baseball. I started playing golf. A little bit of tennis.
Golf's an old man's game. We don't pick that up till later on.
I've gotten into it, man. I can't stop.
We love golf.
It's fun.
They say golf is the old man's sport, but now I think the old man's sport now is. I'm not dogging if anyone out there plays pickleball, but that's the new trend.
Raise your hand if you play pickleball.
Pickleball is the new.
It's taking over. It is taking over. I teach PE at the high school. Also, so we've got a pickleball. The kids love playing. Even the kids love playing pickleball.
Good deal.
Well,
so I know you.
I say they're lazy because you need to be playing tennis. You need to run the full.
Full court press.
So, Coach, do you help out in any other sport, or are you just basketball?
So I'm the golf coach.
Okay.
We got a couple of golfers that like to play. It's a little less pressure. than the basketball.
Is Indian Hills your?
We play at Mountain Ranch and at Tanamon. We kind of got a dual membership. So we can go play either one of those.
That's awesome, man. What a course to play when you're in high school on the golf team.
That was better than what our home
course
was.
That's better for Ridge.
Oh, y'all were at Greenbrier.
We had a little 9-hole course
anymore. Now they use
It's
golf.
Exactly.
Out there, right? Yeah. No, it's that's great, and I love that part of it. They let me play free golf. So
there you go.
You can't beat that. You cannot beat it.
Go to Bogies and get something to eat on the turn.
Absolutely.
You got it made.
It's great, and I've got a newborn now. She's 9 months old. My wife
congratulations.
She likes coming out there and being outside. And she don't like to play golf, but
she'll ride that cart.
I guarantee it.
There you go. Well,
Well,
so basketball, golf, and then you teach PE. Are you at the high school level? Or
I'm technically a teacher at the junior high. All my sports high school, so I'm almost like a.
Cool.
I'm in both email fields. So,
very cool. Well, hey, it's March Madness, Coach, and like I said, I don't want to hem you up all evening, but what's your thoughts on Arkansas in March Madness against Kansas first round tomorrow, and then maybe share your thoughts for how you see it ending.
I love our first round. I think that Kansas. Honestly, the Hogs, we're so inconsistent. Sure. I feel like we can beat anybody.
He could also lose to anybody. Yeah, we did. That was probably our most embarrassing loss.
Yeah. You're not a coach that worries about the X's and O's. It's the Jimmys and the Joes.
I promise you.
It's the Jimmys and the Joes. Super fun. That's good for fun. You giving Houston any shot at all? Cold on defense. Sometimes. If you're calling in, let us know before you call in.
No, I've got. I was trying to look at mine. Of course, we'll get into it a little bit later, but I think I've got Kentucky on upset.
It looks like you've got Illinois getting
Yeah.
in there.
John, if you're calling on the podcast, just call me back.
Yeah.
Just call me back. I know if you double up your phone call, I know it's for the podcast.
Yeah.
I like you. I like your Drake pick. I think they're really good.
I got McNeese and Drake in an upset.
McNeese is always Will Wade.
Will Wade, yeah, Mr. Tournament.
The ultimate winner, man. He finds a way to win.
Yeah, for sure.
It should be with NIL and how that is now. And these tournaments are going to be so fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because
I think so too.
every team has stars.
And the parity in basketball has always been, to me, exciting.
Yes.
But I think it's even going to be more so now.
These teams that are.
You won't get the same team winning each year.
Probably not.
It'll be a different one every year.
Probably not. And it's fun. It's so fun. These teams that, because you've got so, like you said, talking about the parity. You got your blue bloods that are great and all, and they're always there. But now you got these teams that have put together a bunch of 24-year-old men.
Yeah.
And there's something about coaching a 23, 24-year-old man that they can they show up ready to play. They show up prepared, and they're smart players. And they're more physical, and like we talked about how good your flag is. Yeah, he is. He's great. He's still 19.
That's crazy.
And there's a lot going on in 19. I don't know if y'all remember when you were 19, but I remember when I was 19.
I
There's
could
a
barely
lot,
tie my shoes at 19.
there's a lot going on at 19.
I probably wasn't focused on sports. I'll tell you that.
So it's fun. The NCAA tournament was always a blast.
It
I
is
do.
not.
I like getting in my bracket pools, and I like keeping up.
And
with
I like
everything.
coming to a place like this. There's
Man.
TVs everywhere.
They must have 50 TVs.
Oh, there's
in
at
there.
least
I
50
think it was
in there.
57 or something.
Yeah.
When they first opened, they were posted. Man,
Yeah, and
it's great.
they've
It's a great spot.
They've got the playing games going to play tonight. So come out to Hogs and Heifers. If you're online listening, come out to Hogs and Heifers. Enjoy great food and a
Got
drink.
Texas and Xavier coming up here in a little bit.
How good did North Carolina look yesterday? Did y'all get to watch that one?
Well, I knew once they got in, they'd probably show out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And Ole Miss is not. I mean, they could lose to
Yeah.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
I was reading the stat the other day. It's about 70% of the years a team that's in a playing game wins another game.
Yeah.
So, and North Carolina's talented enough, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I think
they
just
are.
the excitement of being knowing you got in, you squeaked in.
And they're
We
looking on.
squeaked in through the back door.
Uh-huh.
Now let's
And we're
let's
looking
go
on
do
ESPN,
something.
and everybody's saying they don't deserve it. They don't deserve it. All right.
We'll show you.
They're carrying the chip.
Yeah,
for
they
sure.
got a chip on their shoulders.
Yes, they do.
I don't blame them.
I loved the North Carolina move this year. I thought it was funny. Everybody's posting about, just I follow a lot of just sports media.
Sure. Yeah.
And everyone's like, Hubert Davis is about to lose his job. They're 500 on Chapel Hill. That doesn't happen. And they were saying, is North Carolina such a blue blood they can go get anybody they want? I mean, they're already talking about his replacement. So what does North Carolina do? Extension.
Yeah.
Give him an
Double
extension.
down.
Yeah,
Double down.
on this guy. And then they started playing good ball. So I guess it's worse.
Yeah.
We'll see long term if it works.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to double down.
Sometimes you do.
Just got to double down and say, hey, we're sticking with what we got.
We got an 11 versus 6.
I mean, he made it to the Final Four his first year.
I think he won a championship or something like that.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
We got Drew online saying he's got Creighton making a sneaky run. Michigan State will also make a lot of noise. I like Creighton. I like that. I'm not big on Michigan State, but I think Creighton could do some damage. And
Drew, I've got Michigan State in my Final Four. I'm right there with you.
Who does Creighton have in the second round? They're going to get the
they've got
Auburn.
They've got Auburn. Of course, as long as Auburn wins, they'll have Auburn.
yeah.
That's a tough draw for either one. I'm sure neither one of them want to play each other.
No,
I'm not a Bruce Pearl fan, but I'm going to give Bruce Pearl some credit here. Auburn was consistently good.
They're the best team
They're
in the
good.
best league. They're the best team in the best league, and that's why they're being picked like
and
crazy.
they showed up every day.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about that. They're good. Now, Creighton's got enough firepower though.
Yeah.
Creighton's got some firepower,
And they
they're
can
good.
shoot.
Uh-huh.
They play
But
good defense.
Can
That's all.
they guard Broom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is going to be the question. It said when it matters, you got a player at all. So Broom's a talented dude. It ought to be fun to watch.
Well, the team I don't want to play in the SEC ever is Florida because
No.
they rebound
Oh my God,
so well.
Florida.
They share the ball so well.
When they go big and go the twin 7-footers. And
Yes.
not
That's a
actual twins, but
scary,
they
scary
go,
lineup.
It's
7-footers.
scary. You can't stop.
And they're still, man.
Yeah.
The 7-footers are not like they used to be.
No, they're
Yeah.
actually good on their feet.
They run the floor. Oh, it's
It would be like an athletic Connor Vanover.
yes.
That's
Yes.
what it would be.
And strong. I mean,
And
they're
strong.
strong.
Or
strong,
Zeke,
yeah.
Zeke can shoot, and he's big and long. As far as long, he's not big, but he's long. But he's not the most athletic guy
Right,
on the
yeah,
court.
no.
Never.
And
You
you
know.
can just look at them and they're just put together so much different. Florida's got a 7'8" guy on their bench. I never checked the game. So that tells you how good they are at big.
Did you see him cut the net?
Oh yeah,
He didn't
just
get up on the ladder.
He
He
just
just
sniffed it,
cut it
That's
straight,
awesome.
standing flat-footed.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And we were gawking at the size of my 6'5" wing.
Right.
Just a second ago.
Yeah. Well, hey, 6'5" in high school.
It is.
You
It's
know,
big. It's just there's such a gap.
yeah.
He's committed to Harding.
He's committed to Harding University.
That'll be some fun basketball
Man,
for him.
and they had a great year. Coach Spencer and Coach Jameson are doing it. It's special. They was way ahead of the track.
Yeah.
They just got the job 2 years ago.
He don't even his school color. School. He got the black and gold. That's a smart kiddo right there. Young man. My basketball coach in high school would take us to Harding in the off season, and he would let us watch. He'd let us watch a game, and we were like deer in the headlights because we had never seen a lower tier college, program have that much passion and get as wild as that.
And on, yeah, I was about to say Thursday nights at Rhodes Fieldhouse,
It's packed.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said, I was a tech guy, so I worked in the men's basketball program at Arkansas Tech for 3 years. And they always have these dang T-shirts that just say, it's plain white tee. They say Tech.
Beat Tech.
There's no logo on them. They just Tech.
That's it. Don't lose that game.
Oh,
right?
no, yeah. No, and we were really good those 3 years. They were really good those 3 years. There was some fun battles.
So where were you at Tech? What?
I was at Tech. I graduated high school in 13. So 13 to took me a little longer than I wanted it to take me, but from 13 to 18, I was at Arkansas Tech.
It's all right.
I love my time there. Tech was a fun place.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. Close enough to Fayetteville. I can get up there for baseball weekends. Or
Yeah,
if I
and
want to
then
go
close enough back
close
home.
enough to home.
Yeah,
It was the perfect medium for me. If I ever needed mom,
She's close enough.
I could
She
go
could be
see
there
mom.
with-
I could do whatever. But it wasn't like mom wasn't just popping in on me either.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just far enough away. There you go. Well, Coach, hey, I appreciate it, or we appreciate you coming on, and feel free to stick around if you want to, and hang out with us, or if you need to go get to the wife and the newborn, we totally understand. But like I said, our third guy's out, so hey, I'll leave that up to you if you want to. You want to hang out?
Here in a second, I'm about to put in a to-go order.
For a food order.
Yeah, and I'll hang
It's
out,
dinner
wait
time.
on that, take that home to the wife, hopefully earn me some brownie points, and
There you go.
and we'll go on from there. But no, this is cool, man.
Yeah,
This is pretty good.
Yeah, it's like I said, we do it every week, and our main studio's in Greenbrier at our buddy's house. We call him Buck, so we go by Buck, and then I'm Bones. They gave me that, and then he's Camo. So it's kind of the nicknames. That
When I was doing a little
by.
research, I kept on seeing people say Camo, and I'm like, I don't understand.
Yeah,
Now it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
Did you got a nickname, Coach? Did they give you a nickname in high school or anything like that?
I had a bunch of nicknames. They all had cuss words. They were all
Keep
bad.
it PG.
They were all bad.
Yeah.
No, I don't really have any. They just call me. My name's Justin. They call me Judd. So it's not
Judd.
nothing
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah.
My kids probably have some nicknames for me. I probably can't share them.
Yeah, there you go.
I think they get mad at me every now and then.
Well, when you become a coach, especially at high school or above, you're a coach.
Yeah,
You're going to be coached.
And that's for life, because I still call all my coaches coach.
Every one of mine is coach. They coach. How you doing?
Yeah. I mean, they have a big impact on us. Those are core. You're growing up. Those core memories you're making. So,
But the kids do just as much for us as we do for them.
100%.
And I really believe that. I coached some U-Trip baseball and umpired some high school ball, U-Trip ball for about 10 years. I'm like you, I've got that competitive itch.
Yeah, you
And it was one way for me to kind of stay in the game and, stay involved. And I really enjoyed it.
yeah. Well, I got my competitive itch from this guy because he's 6 years older than me. But growing up, our mom would always say, "I can't walk to the mailbox without y'all getting in a fight," because no matter what it was, we would make a competition out of it. So,
It's a race to the bathroom.
race to the bathroom, or no telling how many. Our mom was fascinated with like horse carousels and stuff. When we probably broke at least 200 of them things by throwing the football or whatever.
Not quite 200, but maybe 10.
It was close. Well, it felt like 200. Maybe we just got 200 spankings.
Yeah, that's it. That sounds about right.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I was always, wanting more. I get whooped up on, but so I owe a lot of my competitiveness and probably toughness to this cat right here.
At least
but,
you said it out loud.
yeah.
I mean, he'll edit it out later.
Yeah, I'll edit that part out. No credit to this guy. No, I mean, like even at at work, we have a ping pong table, right? So I just want to win.
Yeah.
And
I want to win in
It's
a game
for
of
fun,
checkers.
but I'm competitive with it.
So
So,
it's fun, but
oh
I
yeah,
still want to win.
You know
Yeah.
these folks here getting up?
Getting up and leaving. I don't guess I know them.
Oh, okay. I thought y'all seen you
I was
talking.
talking to the mayor over there. That's Mayor McCormick's my neighbor.
Oh, is that
Okay, yeah,
is that
I heard
mayor?
them call
Is
it
that mayor?
That's the mayor over there.
Mayor.
We got
the
the-
mayor of Clinton.
Yeah,
in
we
here.
Mayor
got
of
the mayor.
Clinton inside Hogs and Heifers. So for everyone that's walked in since we've started, I don't even know if they can hear us, but if you can, we are the Tustateer
pretty
Hogcast.
loud.
It's pretty loud, but hey, that's cool. We this is our very first live event. We're having fun, just hanging out. Hoping everyone out there is enjoying their food and
They're making me
their,
hungry.
their
I know that.
beverage. Yeah, absolutely.
I've got a player in here right now. I got sophomore Braden Venable in here getting him some dinner with his family.
There you go. Is what position is he?
Braden is
Portion control could be huge here, coach.
no,
you
we
know.
want him eating.
Okay. You want that?
He's a good basketball player. He's also a really good football. We've got a lot of dual sport kids.
Yeah.
But I think he was backup quarterback this year, but he played some defense. Physical kid.
Well, in Clinton, you have to.
Got to.
Yeah.
You gotta
have
have multi-sport guys.
Yeah.
No, he's a fun kid. He does a good job. He plays really hard. He was kind of one of the backup point guards for us this year. Just a sophomore, so we're hoping he keeps at it, keeps getting
Awesome.
better and all that. So
Venable, are they from Greenbrier? There's some Venables in Greenbrier. Are they from up here?
I don't know. Y'all from Greenbrier, Venable? You from Greenbrier? You got any family in Greenbrier? Braden, you got any family in Greenbrier? No family in
Okay.
Greenbrier.
Must be another set of Venables.
That's where we're from. We're from Greenbrier. So yeah. I didn't quite hear what he said. Trump dance.
The Trump dance. I ain't doing the Trump
He
dance.
said he said something with a little Trump dance that his face on a dancing body and Trump and little dance.
Never get down, me and Trump.
Hey,
I like that hat, sir. I like that hat.
You can come up here and do the dance on camera if you want to. There we go. Oh,
here we go.
just get in front of the camera. I wish I could turn this.
Yeah, I know. Right?
Yeah. They're Trumped out. We got Trump shirts, Trump socks. We got the Trump dance going on. You know, I've always seen people do a dance when there's a band up here, but I've never seen anyone do a dance with a podcast. So this is awesome. Hey, where are you from? Illinois?
Oh,
Yeah. Shout out to some Greenbrier folks.
got some Greenbrier Panthers in the building.
Well, you got to get outside like me and him. We live outside of the city, really.
I live out in Holland, Arkansas. Where that is.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service, sir. 43 years.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
That's
God bless you with that.
love it. Yeah, that's good. If you're online, we just had some folks get up the Trump dance. We couldn't quite turn the camera around because it's just out of arm's length.
Yeah.
But that was cool. So we had some local folks come in and
Y'all would have
come up
loved
and
that.
do
That would have been
was
the
cool.
highlight of the show right there.
That was cool. You know. Yeah. Yeah. Well, look, hey, let's get down to, kind of like what we normally do, and then feel free to get up whenever you got to. But so Hogs and Jayhawks tomorrow at 6:10. We've got the over and under is 146. I like the over on that, and then Kansas at a 5.5 point favorite. So
I mean, we're not going to be favored in any game we play.
No, not at all.
Any game we play. I'm not sure about the over, but
I see it getting up there.
with our defense,
Go ahead.
We got to make some shots. I think that's the number one key to what I've got on this win. Is obviously we got to defend, we got to rebound, but we've been so Jekyll and Hyde, hot and cold with making shots. You can't have a game to where they're not falling. You're going to have to find a way to score the ball.
If we hit some shots, I think it could be way over.
Yes.
Just because when we hit shots, we dictate the pace.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
If we get down early, though, and they get to play Kansas's pace, they're going to be walking.
And it might be the
and
under.
then I could see it going way under on that.
And there was a lot of
the
times.
start of the games.
Exactly. And there's a lot of times this year, Camo, that we both said that if it goes above 80, we're in trouble. But then it went to 90s and we win. You know, so I see.
Well, I say that I'm like first one to 70 wins,
Right.
or first one to 80. Just by the nature of the way the two teams match up. Kansas, you know, I mean, we're catching them at a good time. At least they're not a 2 seed or a 1 seed.
No doubt.
They're a 7 seed. So
I think we got them one
It's
year.
not out of the realm of-
Yeah.
possibility.
2023. Yeah, matter of fact. And so I was actually reading some cool stats here on this matchup. Let me find those. And so, so total times we've played is, wow, I'm filibustering here. So 8-6, Kansas has the series lead over us.
That's pretty
8-6.
even,
That's pretty even.
one game from being 50-50.
But Arkansas is, I don't know Kansas record now, but Arkansas, we are 19-8 in first round games. So, I mean, that's a good stat. 19-8 first round, 50-35 overall in the tournament. But 19-8.
I've got a stat here since 94. We're 26-15 since 94. But you said overall 50-35. So that's pretty good ratio. That's a pretty good, you know, if you're a numbers guy, or if you like the past repeating itself.
Yeah, and the last 2 times we played them, faced them, we've won. You know, 05 in Maui, and then in 2023, like you mentioned, when they were the number 1 seed, we
beat them. But then we played them in the expedition game this year.
Yeah, we played, but that
So 2 different teams.
that
So
goal
we're
record.
both of us.
Yeah, that goal record.
completely
Yeah,
2 different.
but Bud Walk was packed that game. I mean,
Yes.
it might as well have been a regular season game.
I guarantee they wasn't trying to lose.
No, they weren't.
No,
Coach,
no.
we don't do that.
No, you don't try to lose any game. You know, I know Coach Cal's got some flack for what he said a couple weeks ago about the SEC tournament and who cares and this and that. And then you got other coaches coming out saying, you know, we're here to win. Of course, who came out and said that the loudest? Kentucky, saying no, we're here to win. Right. So,
Well, you know, this is what I would like to ask. And I was thinking about this when he said it. How many times has a team won the SEC tournament and then gone on to win the national championship? Or how many? And the second question to this, to piggyback off of that, is how many times the team lost early in the SEC tournament and gotten farther than the team that won the SEC tournament?
Yeah.
Because to me, you're exhausting your efforts and your energy and not getting that rest going to the real tournament to get you the real trophy and the real ring, and then you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot. So I kind of see both sides of why Cal said that, but then again, I can see where it would rub people.
And especially, you know, obviously he's been playing with 7 for quite some time, so you know that you gotta take that into account, I think. And you know, you're playing with a limited bench, so I mean, you have 2 coming off the bench.
Plus
Three
one
now.
Plus one now. I was about to ask what you guys think about Boogie coming back.
I think it can help. I don't want him to play too much minutes, but maybe 12 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Score about 12 or 15 points, maybe a point a minute.
That wouldn't be bad.
A point a minute would be great.
Hey, I'll tell you this: if he's scoring a point a minute, he's going to be out there a lot more than 12.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right. I guess you're right.
He's going to come off the bench, you know, and I think Cal's going to watch it, right? I mean, he's going to see if he's helping or if he's hurting. If he's helping, he's going to leave him in, let him get the minutes. And if he's hurting, because I mean, Wagner has stepped up for us in a huge way.
Yes,
And
Once he moved to
he's
point,
been great.
he
you
got
know,
right in
and
his wheelhouse.
Yeah, and I said this when we played Michigan, that Wagner is probably, in my opinion, the sleeper on the team because he was in the eye when he switched from Kentucky to Arkansas and all that, or transferred. But to me, he's probably been my favorite guy this
You talking about
year.
Richard?
No, Wagner.
Oh, Wagner. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he drank a couple shots against Michigan, and I was like, man, he's the guy. I just remember that game specifically
Yeah,
saying he's
Wagner
the
and
guy.
Richmond are the dogs on the
Richmond
team.
comes off the bench and he creates a spark. He creates a spark that is, and Buck always mentions Richmond, saying he creates a spark. Maybe not a lot of points.
Coach, who is your dog on y'all's team?
On our team,
Like as far as guy that you would lock down, maybe the best player on defense, to be like you're not a trash player in a negative way, but get loose balls and rebounds and all that.
Yeah, well, this year it'd be Sam Standridge, a guy that I talked about being really excited about. He's not, he's not. Usually they talk about that dog, that defense guy. They're usually limited offensively. Well, he's not. Yeah. He's just played with some really, really high level scorers the last 2 years. But he is. He's a great.
He's a raw athlete, powerful guy.
He's
tough and raw. Yeah.
He played.
You got to have a guy like that.
I think he played 3 or 4 games with a broken hand this year. Like
he's y'all's Dennis Rodman.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking.
And what I like about Sam is Sam's nice as can be. Don't get me wrong. He's a good kid, all that. But as soon as that foot steps inside the line,
different kid.
We're not nice anymore.
Yeah. I love that attitude.
We're not nice anymore.
I've kind of played like that myself.
We need to be friends. So that's always fun about Sam. But with the Hogs, man, I love watching Billy compete.
Me too.
Man, he gets after people. And what I compared him to a little bit was the spark that freshman Devo Davis gave us.
We said that on the podcast.
And I wasn't a huge fan of Devo once
he turned it over too much.
A little bit of he just tried to do a little bit too much as he got older, and he just wasn't all that capable of it. But man, his freshman year, even early in the sophomore year, him and Billy remind me a lot of each other. Billy's bigger and more athletic, but just the fire that they all play with.
I don't think Devo ever ducked it like Richmond does.
No, Billy Richmond is a freak of nature.
Yeah. And he can get. It seems like half his body's above the rim.
He dunks it. He
throws
on his way over.
Am I dreaming of this, or did he hit his head on the rim going up earlier in the season for a dunk? I want to say that happened. I mean, he's aggressive.
He's 6'6", plays like he's 6'9".
We got the mayor.
We got the mayor.
Yeah, Bear's got to get a big shout out to Steve Weedor, the greatest basketball player in the history.
Arkansas State.
Yeah. He's coaching now. I think Euler.
Euler.
Most unstoppable guy ever.
Yeah. He's a one. He was our principal. He was my principal in junior high.
He looked like everything but a player. He was like Tommy Reed always said. A lot of things he's not, but he'll beat you.
Yeah,
he did.
So Tommy Reed, Frog.
Oh, Coach Frog.
Coach Frog.
Froggy.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, thanks for having us. And Clinton, I've always liked Clinton, and then I've done some business in here. Matter of fact, I used to come to, before I switched to dentist in Greenbrier, I used to come to the dentist downtown Clinton. So I've always, and Clinton's just right down the road from
ain't too far, 25
Greenbrier.
minutes.
I've always said, take the beautiful drive down Highway 65.
And so,
well, when you come into Clinton, you just love the mountains. You've entered the Ozarks when you come into Clinton.
Yeah, and beautiful. I remember back in 2008 when the tornado came through here, and I saw the community come together, and from Greenbrier, right? Now, we threw in some help, obviously, and all that, but a lot of people were affected by that, and but that's cool to see a community come together, and I just remember seeing that firsthand in 2008 when that happened.
Clinton's always been a really good community.
Yeah,
they're kind of a distant neighbor to Greenbrier, but they've always been about their sports and the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah. There's good people here.
There's good people here. This place reminds me, if you've ever been to Colorado and been to like a bar or restaurant at the ski resorts, it reminds me, it has kind of that feel of like a mountain town bar, restaurant. Kind of a homey, just,
I got to give a shout out. We got some fans online chiming in here. Judy Moody of Greenbrier is here. So shout out Judy. Okay. Yes. That's Cody and Travis, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. I knew you looked familiar. I'm bad. I'm just bad. The lady told me her name about 5 different times tonight, and it just goes in one ear and out the other.
I'm a face person.
I'm a face person. I'll know where we met 15 years down the road. I'll say, hey, we met at Hogs and Heifers or wherever we did, but I'm going to say I don't remember your name. You know, I own it. I own it.
But at
So
least they recognize.
that's right. Yeah. But yeah, I've got Arkansas moving in to the second round, and of course facing St. John, and then I think if that happens, there's going to be a battle within a battle, and it's not going to be within on the basketball court. It's going to be over in Italy. There's going to be a family battle between the Patinos and the Caliparis over there in Sicily. There's going to be some feud.
Well, let me tell you, if that game happens, how much will ESPN, TBS, and all make a big deal of Patino and Cal playing each other? Because they hate each other.
Oh yeah,
There's no love
I
lost
think
there.
they respect each other, but they're not having.
That's going to be a big
Sunday
time second
beaters.
round matchup, maybe the biggest. Yeah.
And it might be so magical that we might, they just might make it happen. The NCAA just
Well,
might make it happen.
we didn't mention
I'd
this.
like a good whistle on tomorrow about 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
It'd be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I didn't mention this, but the snub of the tournament to me was West Virginia.
Yes.
North Carolina was 1 for 12 in quad one games, and we find a way to squeak them in because they're a blue chip program. The AD, am I not right? Am I not saying this? It's not the AD, but the president of UNC was the chairman of the committee board.
I think it was the AD. But
Oh, was it AD?
he's on
Okay, AD. I said it right the first time. Was the committee chairman of the selection committee? Now, how? Come on.
They do say
Now, is that not
they say
peculiar
he's
or what?
He's got to leave the room when we talk about North Carolina. Okay, well, if you had to leave the room right now, you're coming right back.
Yeah, coming back.
I just looked this up, guys. You're looking at 1,739 wins between the two if they match up in round two.
Oh man,
1,739. I would like to know if that's ever.
Is the most of any coaching
That's
matchup.
outrageous.
Yeah.
Wow.
1,700 over 1,700.
That may be the most of any coaching matchup.
I mean, now maybe
John Wooden, and
but who would he be playing? I don't know. It's a lot of wins. I know that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that I've watched 800 games, let alone 1,700 some odd. That's crazy.
I'd like to see it happen, and I think a lot of other people would like to see it happen. It'd be probably the most tuned in game.
I would say so.
Outside
It
of
would get a
the-
prime time slot.
outside of the Final Four
I
games.
think
and
it'd
the
be on
championship.
Saturday night at 7. I mean,
Yeah.
How you gonna beat that?
Yeah.
So no, I hope it happens. Man.
And it's going to be a home game pretty much for St. John's being in Providence.
Yeah.
So we're not really given, a good advantage there.
As it should be.
Sure.
Yeah.
The 2 seed.
Yeah,
It
2
should
seed.
be.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We've shown some resiliency, and we've honestly played better on the road.
Yes.
in
Well,
hostile
we beat
environments.
Michigan in a neutral site, beat Kentucky at Kentucky, so we can win in a tough environment.
Oh yeah.
We've proved it, but we can also lose in South Carolina by 40
We're past that.
Yeah. Why are you even bringing
We're
that up?
past that. Nobody even remembers it.
That's right.
That was 30.
Well, hey, I can't not talk about baseball because I'm a baseball guy more than anything. I love football, I love basketball, but baseball is my sport. And so, yeah, I mean, how many games have we won in 7 this year? A lot now. Obviously, our competition's not been the best, but we kind of shut up some of the doubters on our backs. Let's wait till we get into
Well, we
SEC
had
play.
Our starting pitchers had a 12.34 ERA.
Yeah.
It's how do you win that series against Ole Miss with your starting pitchers with 12 point something ERA?
But we
It's
scored 30.
unbelievable.
I mean, we scored 30 points in the series.
We
I mean,
had to lean on our
we
bats.
dropped it 10-6 on Friday, and then Saturday I was actually here watching it. It was packed in here Saturday night. We had Jack Fancy Band here. They gave me the mic yet again to sing. I don't even remember what song I was singing, but I sang it.
Friends in low places.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it was. And we were talking.
The go-to.
We were talking when life hands you a mic, you just take it and run with it, right? So
Kind of like lemons and lemonade.
yeah, that's right. That's what Coach has done tonight. The mic,
Somebody got
just-
some good
just run
smelling
with
food
it.
handed
Is
to
this
us
your?
just now.
Have you been on a podcast?
I haven't done a podcast.
Okay.
I've had some-
Yeah, kind of the same.
So
Have you made it to
the live things,
103.7 the buzz yet?
I've not. No,
Have you not?
We gotta get Baz. We gotta get that tuned up. But no. So back to baseball. We're 20-2, 2-1 in conference.
We're
And
still 3 in the country. We're 5th in home runs with 45 before today.
Yeah.
Before today, we were 5th in home runs. We're 3rd in infield efficiency in the country. So not only
I hadn't seen that stat. That makes sense.
Third in infield efficiency.
Good.
We're 5th in home runs. So we're scoring runs and we're playing good defense. You know what we're not doing? Pitching.
Pitching the
Pitching.
ball.
We're not
Pitching
pitching.
the ball.
Yeah,
That's
no,
our
yeah.
biggest hurdle right now.
And, to win the thing.
Giving up too many runs.
That's the whole thing Arkansas talks about now. Winning the whole thing.
But it's kind of like Bobby Petrino. Bobby Petrino didn't ever worry about defenses because he knew he'd score more points than
more
you.
points. Yeah.
So that tends to be our baseball philosophy this year is we're just going to score more points.
So we've got our SEC home opener at Baum Walker this starting Friday at 6:30 against South Carolina series. So you're going, right?
I'm going to be up there with Grady Friday to go to the Friday game, which he didn't know about that yet. So you just gave him the news. That was a surprise.
Sorry,
He's
if
probably-
watching.
he's probably watching.
Should have told me. My bad.
But no, it's fine. But yeah, we're going to go up there Friday and go to the South Carolina game and have a good time. I got some pretty lady at the bar winking at me and smiling at me.
Uh-oh.
That's a fun place to watch a ball game.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
gosh.
I love Baum Walker.
Yeah,
man.
it's
There's
great.
not many better.
And I want to get the
Best in the country.
they just built the JB Hunt deal back there in right field, and I know they opened it up at the on Monday to get tickets, and I know they
Which
go like
Aloy
that,
almost
but
hit it on the roof.
he did, yeah. But I'd
Which
like
is
to
a
go watch.
moonshot.
I'd like to go watch it up there. I've been everywhere else you could be, probably in Baum Walker, and of course the hog pen is always fun, but you got to get there early, and it's a good time out there, but it's a little rowdy too.
Have you been to Baum? Have you been in the hog pen?
I'm a frequent flyer out
There you go.
There you go.
I'm kind of like him. I've kind of been everywhere out there. I've been behind the plate. I've been at, I can't remember what they call it. That thing in left.
It's like the little berm, like a little berm.
Yeah.
And then they do those trailers out there behind Baum now. We've had a buddy or two around those things.
Get up on there on the roof. Yeah.
That's a cool thing they do.
Heck yeah.
But
You have been everywhere over
I've
there.
been everywhere.
You've been everything but the umpire.
That's right. I had a buddy that worked. He worked at the ticket office. So like, someone didn't show. He was like, "We're going there,"
Yeah.
and we went to watch the ball game.
Yeah, there you go.
Just about anywhere. So it was fun. It's always fun. That place is electric.
Oh yeah.
So do you think that now the University of Arkansas, are we a basketball school? Are we a baseball school?
that's
Are
a
we
good.
I can
football?
tell you what, we ain't football.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
We want to be,
We want
but
hey, everything's better when you're good at football. But we're still struggling. Playing the SEC is hard.
It's the revenue.
It's
It's the
tough.
revenue. that
we're
brings it
a
in.
little bit behind too with our NIL collective.
Now we just hired a GM.
Yeah, we
That's-
just hired a
that's
GM
gonna help.
from the basketball, GM.
Yeah, but a GM.
GM work. The GM's a GM works on.
They can figure things out. I think it'll help. But
And we did sign the guy that's played pro ball in Lithuania. He committed today to Calipari.
good. That's great.
He's 6'9". Been playing in Lithuania.
There's no doubt we knew that. That's
Pretty
what we were getting
pretty
with
solid
Coach Cal.
kid.
You're going to get
Pretty
that.
solid.
You're gonna get
But with Darius Acuff Jr. and Thomas,
Be special.
I mean, and that guy now we've got 3 really, really good
Yes.
guys for
Well,
next year.
Fellas, I'm getting a text. I'm about to have to head on out.
All right,
here.
well,
I appreciate
Coach, thanks so
you guys.
much.
Appreciate
It's
it.
great to meet
Enjoyed
you.
it, man. Absolutely.
Bones and Camo, right?
That's right. Yeah.
That's
Bones
good
and
stuff.
Camo.
Thank
Hey,
you guys.
good luck next year. We'll be watching
We'll be
you
keeping
and
up with
keeping
No,
up.
I'm excited. I'll be keeping up with this too.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Oh, well, appreciate it, man.
All right.
That's awesome.
All right, you guys be good.
All right, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, Camo, man, that's fun. This is fun.
Yeah, I know.
I
it's
want to
awesome.
do this. Figure out a way to do this more
I'm
often.
glad he
Maybe
made time.
maybe we can ink a deal with Hogs and Heifers. Do one a month or every other month or something like that.
We've
that'd be
got
cool.
20 people in here?
Yeah,
25?
it's a good for a Wednesday
It's
night.
actually there's a table or two that's left. Last
Yeah.
10, 15.
But for a Wednesday night, hey, any business is good business, and that's what you want. So, I mean,
seriously, the food here is outstanding.
If you haven't
drinks
been
are
here,
cold.
guys, take 25 minutes from Greenbrier, or even
wherever you're at,
Conway, wherever you're at, come up here to Hogs and Heifers.
In my opinion,
awesome.
I'm a small local restaurant bar person, and I like the vibe here on Fridays and Saturdays. You get the band, you got the drinks flowing, you got the food going, and the vibe, the atmosphere. It's cool. It really is, and I thoroughly enjoy coming up here. And honestly, I'd rather come up here than any place in Conway.
And there's not a bad seat in the house because, like we said, they've got 57
TVs. That's insane.
They've even got them on the little post and the pillars.
Yeah.
So,
all right. So we were told we were going to have a waitress come up, but if Crystal, it's Crystal. All right, we got Crystal coming in. We've heard Crystal is a local legend around here. So
grab those
that
headphones there.
That way you can hear us a little bit better. Crystal, welcome in. How are you?
Doing great.
Doing well. So tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do?
I'm a hairdresser out in Southern Hair Salon. Born and raised in
And you're the safe.
You're a homer.
Costa.
Nothing wrong with that. We're homers. We both got out for a little bit, but
You are kind of like our distant cousins here. But distant cousins.
okay. Well, cool. So you're the hairdresser. You do all. Oh yeah. You're established here. So
What's your favorite thing to eat here? Hogs and Heifers.
I really like the boneless barbecue wings and the grilled chicken.
Okay. Y'all take note of that when you come.
That's right.
If you haven't tried the grilled chicken sandwich, it's amazing.
Okay. I haven't tried.
I think I'm going to get that when we break away from here.
Yeah.
That sounds
It's
good.
called the Swiss bacon.
Okay.
Swiss bacon grilled chicken
It's
sandwich.
amazing.
Oh yeah.
So, all right. Tell me the name of your shop again.
Southern Belle Hair Salon.
Southern Belle Hair Salon. So, if you're out there and you need a new hairdresser, is that the proper name, hairdresser? Hairstylist.
Work great.
Okay. So come down to Clinton. We got a lot of people in Greenbrier that follow us. So I was hoping, we
What's some
bring
cool
some
bands
people
that's coming to H&H here in the near future? Do you know right on
I
the
saw
hand?
Bad
Habits
saw
coming
Bad
Friday. It's really good.
Bad Habits coming Friday.
Yes, and then Jack Fancy's. They're really good.
Yeah,
So
I've seen them twice here.
Yeah,
It's fun.
y'all were here. And then Bo Jenkins' band is good.
We were here.
We were here when
yeah.
Bo was here the
Yes,
last
yes,
time.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, and I
that
think
was awesome.
we seen you.
Yes,
You were here.
Yeah.
Yes.
You were here with some friends.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm normally always
Here.
down
Here.
Yeah.
It's the local spot. I mean,
so
it's
my friends own it, and then I'll
Okay.
come down and visit.
See, I walked in. I thought you were the owner because you were making your rounds to the
I
tables,
just know
Just the
everybody.
and I
local
was like,
legend.
"She's the
This-
mayor
this
of
is-
Clinton."
No, you just talked to
I
me.
know.
Right,
Yeah.
Well, that's
My
cool.
son
Yeah.
does actually. He's doing the dishes.
Okay. Is he in high school or?
He is in high school.
Well,
Okay,
good.
so
You
you
raised a son with a good work ethic.
It's forced, but
It's forced.
he gives it.
Don't give him too much credit.
Yeah, no.
Does
Don't
he-
ever brag on your
Does he
kids.
play any sports?
He is
or-
the center for the football team.
Okay. What
It's a hard nosed
what grade?
position.
Sophomore, freshman,
Grade is a junior.
junior. Right now, going to be a senior next year.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so man, I just remember.
So, are you the mom that's quiet in the stands, just cheers a
No,
little bit?
I'm
Or are
normally
you the one
the
going
loudest
crazy?
one. No one
That's-
ever wants to sit by me.
There you
I'm
go.
actually like that and kicked to the like.
People start scooting further down as the game goes on.
Yeah, I have a sign seat.
So you probably started out on the 50-yard line, and now, right, where's your seat at now?
I am actually like on the top of the 50.
Okay, so
And then in baseball, I'm in the outfield. Like we have our own little.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
So you're a lifelong Yellow Jacket.
Yes.
You go to Greenbrier at all? You said you got some friends in Greenbrier.
I have some family in Greenbrier.
Family.
You claim them.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Y'all probably Ashton.
Ashton Pruitt. That's
Oh, okay.
that's our cousin.
That's our cousin.
Well,
Ashton.
small world.
Ashton
her.
Snowden.
Yeah, her dad.
Snowden.
Her.
It's my brother.
Okay,
Well,
Tim's mom, maybe,
Maybe.
is our grandma's
Grandma
sister.
Gail.
Small world.
Small world. Look. it's the place, man. Hogs and Heifers
Yeah.
brings everybody.
Well,
I
you
really
know,
feel
don't-
like
we
related
can't-
to everybody.
You can't say
Somehow.
that because everybody's like, well, of course everybody in Arkansas is cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
course, yeah.
Maybe from a long distance.
So like
Yeah.
Weldon is your cousin.
Yeah, all
I know them,
Weldons
yes.
and Card. If it's a Weldon, a Card, a McGinney, a Snowden, we're
Yes.
we're related.
Small world.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. So you come here quite often. Have you had anything that you haven't liked? You know, we always radio shows that I was talking about this at work. Radio shows wherever you're at, always talk about the good. What's one thing maybe you have had that
She's like,
you didn't
don't
quite
put that.
like?
Well, I really have a tendency to order the same thing, and I'm a
Okay,
picky
yeah.
eater, so I haven't really
Yeah.
tried anything
Well,
different.
I said that to say this.
See,
I
I'm
haven't
not
heard
a
of anything
big
that
wing.
anyone's had that is bad.
I don't like my wings drenched in sauce. I want to dip it in sauce.
Yeah.
But I don't
yeah.
like a wet wing. I like a
But
dry
if you tell
rub.
them you want to try, they'll
Yeah,
make
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. But that would be the only thing I would
Right.
do.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, like if someone does have something that they don't like, then they'll send it back and make it right. Most
Yeah.
definitely.
Oh yeah. We
Yeah, it's always been great service here. I've been here probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 times or more.
yeah. I've
And
never
it's always been great
never
service,
had,
great
even
food.
when it was packed. Like
cold beer.
last Saturday
That's the
was
most important.
packed.
That's the best.
Last Saturday
Yeah.
was packed, and the service still was phenomenal. You know, so it. And then they've got a patio out here that I haven't been on yet. I've seen it.
Right.
Is
But
it open yet?
I haven't
No,
been out
well,
on it yet.
it will be open soon. They were going to try to open it like last weekend, but it ended up being
Yeah.
the music is most definitely more fun outside.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Some fresh
Like,
air.
yes, and you can you can move around and dance and
Yeah.
not be
It's
crowded.
gonna be very similar to Cedar Lounge in Morrilton.
Have you been to Cedar Lounge in Morrilton?
My cousin plays there a lot, but I have not been over there.
Jason Campbell?
Jeff Riley plays the drums.
Okay.
For Jason?
I'm not sure which one.
Oh, Riley.
He's from Atkins.
Yes. So you know Becky Bradley, Danny and Becky Bradley. She's a Riley. Becky was a Riley maiden name, and they're from like Pottsville, Hector, Dover area.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you probably.
Yeah. Becky
Different.
Bradley. Yeah.
That's a different set. He's talking about the Shirley.
Oh, okay.
That's north and south.
Yeah.
he
I'm related to Jeff on
is
his
listening
mom's
though.
side. Yes.
Yeah.
So who's he? You kin to him?
I'm not related to him.
Oh, okay.
I'm not related to you.
He's the godfather of
I mean, if you
Hogs
wanted
and
to.
Heifers.
This is actually his first time here.
Is it
First
really?
time here. Wow.
But he said he approved of it.
Oh,
I have cut his hair like many years ago, probably about 10 years ago.
yeah.
There you go.
So you give the Hogs and Heifers the thumb up pretty good.
We're getting 2 thumbs up.
There we go. Oh yeah, yeah. This is way better than just a hot dog. There
Way
you
better than a bologna sandwich.
Absolutely.
go. All right. So Crystal, do you follow sports? Are you in on March Madness? Do you do a bracket?
I do not, but my son can tell you whatever you want. I just really honestly follow the Yellow Jackets.
There you
Well,
go.
you should,
There you go.
come on, you should have went in there and asked him who was.
No, I told him he could come and help me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like he'll talk
Yeah.
all. I have 3
He'll
sons.
talk all the sports.
Yes, I have.
Well,
3
he's our
sons.
kind of guy.
Yes, you would like talking.
Yeah.
To
He's our kind of guy.
Well,
Now,
if
his
he-
first name's what? Drake?
Creed.
Creed.
I'm sure he would take a break from washing dishes if he wanted to talk to me.
Well, we've got 15 more minutes, so if he wants to,
You tell him to
Creed,
come on.
come on,
I will
come
tell
on,
him.
Creed.
Yeah, we don't mind for Creed to
All right. So one
tell
more
him, give
time.
us his Final Four pick.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
When you bring him over here, or if he wants to, say they're going to ask you about your Final Four selection. Who you got in your Final Four?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Shout out to your salon again. Like one more time. Name of it.
It's Southern Bell Hair Salon.
Southern Bell Hair Salon here in Clinton. Is it in the
The
downtown?
address?
It's 1284 Highway 65.
1284 Highway
Awesome.
65. You got a phone number?
I don't answer
The
the phone very much.
I don't blame you. With all the spam calls, I get 4 or 5 a day.
There's 3 other
Just
stylists
Google it.
in there, so.
Just
Okay.
Google it.
Very cool. Well, hey, Crystal, thanks for jumping on and hanging out with us for a little
Anytime.
bit. Yeah, go see if Creed can take a break. And
All
like I
right.
said, we've got about 15 minutes, and you can hang out with us.
Thank
for a
you,
little bit.
Crystal.
All right,
Thank you.
thanks.
Well, this is awesome. Like we said when we first started, this is our first live show we've done. So if you're eating, thank you for listening to us and If we annoyed you, sorry. He'll pay your bar tab.
No, I won't. You
Well-
had a look here, Bucko. You had a look. there,
Yeah, I
Bucko.
mean this is super cool. Oh, we got pictures here, so we're gonna smile. Oh yeah, well do it.
Are you a Fighting Illini fan? Are you a Razorback?
Razorback. Okay, that's good.
Good.
All right, we got Miss Judy coming in.
It's pretty.
Yeah,
here,
hey,
isn't it?
we
It's
can
pretty.
pre- That's Josh.
I'm Josh. It's good
And
to
I'm
see
Caleb. That's right. Yeah, well, thank y'all for listening to us. Sorry if we interrupted your dinner. Yeah.
We'd love to have you back.
Well, thank y'all.
They don't look old enough to be your age.
We're still getting around good, so that's what matters. Yeah. Well, that was like our grandma.
That was kind of pretty. That's pretty. You know.
Only 12? Well, that's wow.
Tell Travis and Cody we said hello.
Yeah. I hadn't seen him in a while. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. All right. Well, I think we got us another local. Well, not another because we haven't had a local athlete yet, but we've got Creed coming on.
What's up, Creed?
What's going on, man? How are you? There you go.
You hard at work back there, or you hardly working?
I hear you. So tell us a little bit about yourself. You might have to scoot up a little bit. We're having to keep our mics down because we're getting some feedback from the speaker, but be all right. So tell Creed, wait, your mom said you're the center. Yeah. So tell us about Clinton football last year. What'd y'all do?
How's it looking next year?
Yeah. What are you thinking? I mean, senior year, you got big plans after high school. You kind of got to start thinking about that. You know, what we think right now. Yeah, I didn't either. Even when I graduated,
That's a tough question.
I still didn't know.
Yeah,
You know, but
that's a tough question. Who you got in your Final Four?
Yeah.
Creed?
Duke in Florida, yeah, that's
In Florida. Who you got winning it? Florida.
oh,
That's a common answer right now. The way
Yeah.
they've been playing.
yeah. I mean, that's kind of like me. I've got Duke in Florida.
I got Michigan State, Florida.
I've got Houston, Duke, Michigan State, and Florida. That's mine. So me and we've got I think 3 of the same, maybe.
I've got Auburn, Florida, and then Houston, Wisconsin. Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Three seed. Do some damage.
You know, I don't know about Wisconsin making it. Wow. They didn't make that Elite Eight.
shoot.
but possibly not.
Yeah. Well, Creed, have you ever been on a podcast before? First time. Hey, first for everything. It's our first live show. We were. I don't know if you heard us, but we come here quite often. Usually on the weekend. Listen to the band. Have some food and some adult beverages. You don't know nothing about that. There you go. Oh, we got Seth online saying Houston going all the way. I work with
That's
this
it,
cat.
right?
Yeah,
I got Houston playing Florida, Houston winning.
Yeah. You a baseball guy at all? You watch any baseball?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of
Razorback? There you go. So not a MLB guy.
I like the Cardinals.
Oh, we're Cardinals.
Yeah, we're big Cardinals fans.
That's cool. Well, heck yeah. Well,
Great. Thanks for hanging out with us, man, and coming on for a short bit.
If we do this
We'll
again,
be keeping up with you, though, seriously.
Yeah.
I'd be like, man, that center right there just pancake blocked that guy. I know that guy.
I know that guy. Well, cool. Well, man, we'll let you get back to work. Appreciate you coming on. And man, this has been really cool. Just, like I said, I love coming here. You know, we're from Greenbrier, so just a short drive for us.
It's a nice little place.
It's a nice
to
place
come in, get a good bite to eat, and hang out, get some camaraderie amongst the Clinton citizen folk.
Yeah, absolutely. With good deal, Creed. Nice to meet you, and thank you.
Yeah,
Good luck on your season next year. Man, this is cool. I want to get on a radio show.
Can
and
we do this every Wednesday?
Yeah, I want to do this like every week. We'll send this in to Bass for competition.
Yeah. Well, I've got some questions here.
Yeah, let's throw them out there.
And if y'all in the crowd get one of these questions right, I'll buy you a beverage.
We call this in our normal podcast.
If you comment on the feed here, we'll give you something.
Yeah.
So who did we beat in the '94 national championship? Anybody got the answer? Come up here and give us the answer. Who did we beat in the '94 national championship basketball?
That's an easy one.
That's easy.
Get that. That's a softball. That's softball. They might not be able to hear us.
We got to turn
it's still
it down.
full. Yeah,
Because that feed.
we turned it down, so who knows?
They probably don't want to hear us.
Maybe not. Yeah. Well, is this a Woo Pig Kiwi? I mean, are we bringing it
for the crowd? And
are we bringing it back? I had to check this one. I don't think we got any comments over here. Facebook's been.
This is what we need to do at Bucks. We need some wood wall with
a couple TVs.
We've got the best backdrop.
He definitely needs to up his man cave game up at his house. Come on, Buck. Hopefully, don't tell me who's watching. Just tell me there's people watching. Well, Camo, what do you think? I mean,
I'm just excited about the race.
Yeah, me too.
I'm glad that our baseball team's doing good. Our basketball team's in the tournament. When we went 0-5 in conference play, we were texting and Buck and all of us on how we're probably done. And this year,
when we dropped to LSU, we were all saying it's over.
It's over.
It's over.
And we found a way to make it into the dance. We're on the dance floor. I don't know if we're going to get the prom king and queen, but we're on the dance floor.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling pretty good about the first round. Of course, it's the tournament. You're going to get everybody's best. You get a team that's making shots.
Do you think when we lost in the tournament or the second round, do you think it helped us or hurt us? Because if we won,
I think it helped us because of the rest and because we got a short bench.
Yeah.
If we had a deep bench, I wouldn't think I'd say go win the darn thing.
Yeah.
But with us having 7 guys at the time, I'm liking we kind of lost when we did and still squeaked in.
And we didn't really lose. Right, I mean, we lost obviously the game, but we didn't get embarrassed.
Competitive. They hit a buzzer shot.
Yeah, a buzzer shot. What are you going to do?
Would have went to overtime. But no, I'm really, really excited. And I hope everybody that's tuned in, everybody here, is excited. This basketball game on Thursday, and hopefully find a way to call the Hogs big and loud.
That's right. Well,
all the way to Providence.
Let's hear your score prediction for tomorrow's game.
Score prediction. I'm going to go 79-74 Razorbacks.
Okay. For me, like I said, I think it's going to be a little bit higher scoring. I think we're going to see the game go above the over.
St. John's can't shoot. They can make a bunch of twos because they're big, big and long and physical. But they're not the best shooter.
Yeah. I'm going to go, like I said, I'm going to go high scoring. I'm going to say 92-89.
92
Hogs,
to 89.
of course.
Wow.
Yeah. So like I said, I think it's going to be a high
Predicting
scoring
us to
game.
make some shots.
Where I think we're going to be on. I think it's Vondermeer, Big Z. I think he's going to hit. And who's been the stud the last 4 or 5 games? Brazil. I think Brazil's going
This
to
is
show
what I'm
up.
concerned with. Is them getting it on the block. Only because we don't have a big. And I'm going to say a big. It's kind of a. But you know what I'm saying? Is we don't have. I mean, they're all kind of slender, tall guys. They don't really have a lot of meat to them.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid some of those guys on St. John, they kind of throw their weight around. They'll be getting into the paint pretty easily at will. I hope I'm not wrong. Hope that's not the case. But if that does happen, it might not bode well for us.
Yeah. Buck, if you're listening, top in your send us your score prediction. We'll see if we can get it on here before we have to wrap this up. Well,
Yeah, we got about 3 minutes.
we got 3 minutes, and I'm hungry.
I'm
Gonna
hungry.
get me something to eat. I'm gonna have another beverage.
Thirsty.
Yeah. Well, hey, this has been fun. Again, everyone online, and thank you for joining in as always, and everyone out there, if you can hear us, appreciate y'all listening in and letting us take up an hour and a half of your time this evening. This has been awesome.
Yeah.
Man, I hate that Buck.
Fun.
Hate that Buck missed it, but hey,
Buck missed it for a good cause. He's got some health problems.
well,
with his mom.
thoughts and prayers to his mom.
Thoughts and
out
prayers
there.
to Annette.
Yeah, and then also to the tornado victims last week. You
Absolutely.
know, that's tough to see. I was watching that event unfold
11
Friday.
tornadoes.
It was tough, and a couple EF4s.
Kind of close to home for my son Grady. His mom and grandparents was kind of in the crosshairs of Cave City, and they lived there. And luckily, they were fortunate to escape that unscathed. But I know a lot of people didn't. So Clinton knows all too well about
they know
tornado relief. So.
Yeah, that's right. Well, hey, I hope we're both right. I don't care what the score is, as long as the final outcome is right. What we both pick. Hogs coming out on top tomorrow. 6:10.
Find a way to win.
Yeah, 6:10 on what channel is it on? Is it
CBS.
CBS. Yeah, you're right. So
6:10.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, appreciate everybody out there, and go Hogs.
Go Hogs. We'll pick.
We'll pig.